Hello friends, this is for my friends on YouTube. We have been getting requests to be able to get this information that we share in our community additionally on YouTube. That way they can be shared to teams and on team pages and things like that. So this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm recording this now and I'm about to go live in our main community, so you'll get to enjoy all the action there. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Additionally, we'd love to see you subscribe if you want to hear more from the team Amy. Thanks, friends. All right, let's go ahead and go live. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. My name is Janessa Oriel, and I'm the head of community here at Amy, and I'm so excited to be able to be here live in our the Powered by Amy community, hashtag Powered by Amy community. Now, I'm really excited to be able to be here because there's been so much on my mind. I went on vacation last week and I was wandering around and my brain was nonstop going. Do you ever have that happen where you intentionally take a little bit of time away and all of a sudden your brain kind of gets flooded with ideas and information? Is it just me? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if that's you. Morning, James. So I wanted to be able to share because my mind has just been nonstop wheeling. I wanted to chat about a few things. So first off, hello, welcome to Thursday. Secondly, I wanted to be able to chat a little bit about some direct sales taboos. Now, what are direct sales taboos? And this one, I'll be totally honest, came to me because I've been flooded with notifications. Part of it's from being away on vacation and then coming back and you just get, it's like your inbox is full and all the things are full and you're weeding and sorting through all the things and just trying to generally catch up. Sometimes taking a break is an incredible thing. In fact, oftentimes it's an incredible thing because one, it gets your brain all fired up, and number two, it also reminds you to go ahead and, hi Candy and Barbara from Minnesota. By being able to take a proper vacation, it allows you to step away from normal routine responsibilities, so forth and so on, but it also allows you a little bit of reflection. And so today's live is brought to you by this reflection. So one of the things I wanted to be able to highlight today is direct sales taboos. Now, there's a number of them, right? And the reason why there's a number of taboos is because they've come about now. It's funny, I first did direct sales at the turn of the century, and I always laugh when I say that because it makes me sound really old. But I initially did direct sales previously, and there was, there's always been, some of them are the same types of, the same routines and patterns, but applied to this new digital world, it's done a little differently. The one routine and pattern that has gone by the wayside, or kind of rule of direct sales that's gone by the wayside with this new digital realm, has been, if someone is your customer, they are your customer forever. And I say that because oftentimes, please do me a favor and give me some thumbs ups if you've received an invitation to be part of someone's VIP group this week, or this month, or today. I'd love to see the thumbs up if that's the case. I can give my own actual thumbs up right here because I've recognized that there's a practice out there that encourages people to go and suggest that people either like your business page or like a VIP page or join this group or do that. Now, I admit, selfishly, we're in this community, right? And likely you were invited to be a part of this community because in theory it provides value to you. However, I am here to tell you that I have a consultant, influencer, rep, ambassador, advisor, fellow for almost every direct sales company personally, and I'm very loyal to my consultant, rep, advisor, oh goodness, all the titles, right? I am very loyal to those that I genuinely work with. I know that not everybody is the same way, and I can tell you that from being in a role where you come across a number of individuals, the influx of notifications after a vacation, for example, made me realize how there's not necessarily, that's not the question. The first question should be, are you currently working with somebody from blank company? Right? Ideally, that should be the first question. And if the answer is yes, I hope they're providing great service for you. If there's any other questions you have, I'd love to be able to answer them, right? That would be an ideal situation. Now, how does Amy come into this? How does being powered by Amy increase your chances of being able to have a better relationship with your customers? So that way, as soon as somebody else reaches out and says, join my VIP group, or if I'm invited to a party of somebody else, right, what is going to keep me loyal to the particular individual? Well, the individual is, James says, and they didn't even message or contact you first. It's true. And that's the thing. I think that it's just changed, and it's not necessarily leaving people with a very favorable taste in their mouths, particularly to join a team, for example. Like, I've gotten emails, and it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. So I mean, this is all things that we know. And if you're in this group, in this community, you know these. You know what the goals are, and you know that the goal is to be able to provide really outstanding customer service that can't be matched by a drugstore, that can't be matched by a chain of a company that might sell the similar products to you that may not necessarily be of the same quality, right? The goal is to be able to provide individual, outstanding customer service to those that you come in contact with. Now, does that mean that you can't take your individual link, and I'm going to go ahead and use Amy as an example. Does that mean that if I am over here and I am wanting to share this incredible wire rack, because who doesn't want this wire rack, right? If I'm using this link and I'm just copying that link, and I use that on Pinterest, for example, and I say, this is the solution for storing my earrings, that is not necessarily, I hate to use the word poach because it's such a negative word, but that's not stealing customers. That's providing information and sharing something that you love. That is individualized attention, and then you're using that link so that way when people go to shop, they will be pointed to your website. But you're asking first, and you're inviting people to click on the link as opposed to just saying, join my VIP group. Now, that said, there's a way to go about it, right? Let's talk about how to go about it. We want to make sure, Barbara says, always suspicious when people out of the blue want to friend me and then find out they just want you in their group or team. It's true. It's not unusual, and it's one of the reasons why I am so passionate. And if we've met in the last, well, really, if we've ever met and you've ever asked, or if you've ever, one of the questions we get all the time is, can we do mass messaging, right? Can we do a mass message? I want to be able to do newsletters. And what our response is, and I always, it's funny because when Amal and I, Amal's the CEO of Amy, and when Amal and I do talks together, it's funny because this question will come up. She and I kind of look at each other and I raise my eyebrow like this. And I smile because it's like this knowing smile. She and I have been working together long enough to be able to communicate without actually communicating. My husband and I do this as well, and our kids always laugh at us for this. But side note, squirrel, right? Candy loves the wire rack. I'm sorry, it is fictitious. So sorry about that. But in fact, we should probably update it, huh? Anyway, so squirrel. So Amal and I, whenever we get the question that says, can we do mass messaging? There's another product out there, a digital product out there that we often get requests to be similar to. And I will often say, I appreciate that service is out there and exists. However, there's a couple of reasons why Amy does not, I almost said Maven, Amy does not necessarily have that functionality at this point in time. And one of the reasons, well, there's a multitude of reasons. A few of the reasons are we want to make sure to be compliant with texting services in addition to Facebook, in addition to email services, and we want to make sure to stay compliant and so that way nothing gets blocked, nothing is there's no red flags, right? We want to make sure that keep people out of jail, so forth and so on. Additionally, the other reason is because we want to make sure that you are providing the top-notch customer service to your customers and not necessarily, we're not in a mailing list type situation. Now, there are instances where services that I won't name, but there's mailing, newsletter services, and there are ways to be able to communicate with customers using additional services. However, that is not the main focus of the Amy app. We want to make sure that you're focusing on your customers' individual wishes, needs, wants, desires. Now, there's templates that you obviously can modify so that way you have the ability to reach out to individuals fairly quickly, and it modifies their name, and you can include specific links, and you can invite people, for example, to be part of your VIP group. If you were to use like the business links, if we go down here and you go business links, you can actually come up with, or you can put your VIP group in here, or your Facebook business page in here, and then you can paste that link into a template and share out if you're working on building up your VIP group. However, ideally, that would be a conversation that you would have after someone's already purchased or after you've shared a sample. So you would apply those in the sample templates as well. Well, fancy that. Okay. Love it when I get a phone call. It's the one notification I can't turn off. So James says, I was one of those, but now you get it. It forces you to be genuine with every single message. And I think that's the case. That's one of those things where I get a little soapboxy, and I don't necessarily like to get soapboxy, but one of the things that at Team Amy, we really want to focus on being the type of customer for our, we want to make sure that you're building the relationships with your customers that make them want to come back and be their customers, and not unfollow you, and not unsubscribe from any newsletters, and not necessarily need to go, that we offer the uninterested portion. So for example, if let's say Dash is no longer interested in what I have to say, I can do uninterested, and this will make it so no notifications will come up to reach out to Dash. So Dash can still see all my information, but I will not be prompted to do's to follow up. So for example, if Dash said, hey, thanks so much for following up, I don't need you to follow up anymore, please take me off your list or something, then you can actually list unlisted, and it won't prompt you to reach out to them. So FYI, if you didn't know that. But we really want to make sure that people are doing one-on-one communication, providing the best possible customer service for their customers, and genuinely building those relationships. So that way, when someone comes to you and says, hey, there is this there is this, or where'd you get that table lamp? It's gorgeous. You have the ability to have them say, oh, you have to meet Janessa, for example, or you have to meet James or Amy, names I'm just seeing here. Amy with a Y, not with an I. Anyway, so that way they're building you up, they're associating you, and you're the person to go to, not necessarily your company name, right? The goal is to make sure that you are sharing you with your customers, not necessarily just your products and just your company, because you are more than your company. You offer something different that, just like your social shop, if you built your social shop out, your social shop doesn't look like anybody else's social shop. And ideally, you don't offer the same level of customer service that anybody else offers. You are you, and nobody else can be you, right? My daughters and I were listening to Me by Taylor Swift, and we were talking about exactly that. I think there's a statistic, and I might be making it up. I'm not making it up. I actually heard it the other day. 4 trillion, like the chances of you being you are 4 trillion to 1 or something ridiculous. I will actually find that stat and paste it in the comments because I want to be real with it. Anyway, point is, the goal is to be able to have that one-on-one communication utilizing these links that you have access to, because this link right here to this lamp, this table lamp, is unique to me. So nobody else has that same link. So these are great links to utilize, for example, on Facebook, in the comments ideally. So that way when people are engaging with you and they go to you, they're going to your specific webpage and you're guiding them to the product that they're looking for. Have you ever had a situation where you saw something that you wanted on another consultant, rep, influencer, ambassador, fellow, anybody else's website, and you go to their website and you're like, oh, I don't remember the name. You got to go back to the post to see what the name was and then go and type it in the search box. It's rather challenging, right? If you're providing people direct links to the products that you're highlighting and sharing, it allows them the ability to have a very personalized, customized shopping experience. Again, it's not a message. It's not, if you're posting join my team and running away, you're not necessarily properly engaging with people. You want to build a relationship and find out what's in it for them. So I got super soapboxy, friends, and that was not my intent. The last thing that I wanted to quickly address, very quickly because I got a minute to go. If you go to settings, if there's anything that seems off in the app, we pride ourselves in really building a pretty streamlined app that is genuinely easy to use. That is our goal. And if it's not, or if you're hitting a roadblock that you don't necessarily understand or feel like you understand, I want to provide you with a spot to be able to share, to get some help. So if you go to the settings in the lower right-hand corner, and then you go to scrolling down to support, we have these links here for you. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm pointing to the right spot. So we have these links for you. There's a one-on-one training. If you're new to Amy, this is the spot to go. There's this great training. You can register for it, and then we'll send you the replay. There's also this help portal. So if you're like, she said social shop, and I have no clue what she's talking about, go here to the help portal and type in social shop, and I think there's 35 articles, I think. Not to overwhelm you, but so if I search for social shop, yep, there's 35 articles. Hey. Can you tell I've done that before? So you have the ability to see all these different things from the social shop quickly and easily. We want to make sure to give you all those tools literally at your fingertips as long as you've got your phone in your hand. Additionally, there's frequently asked questions, which is similar to the social shop, but I also want you to point out this contact us form. So if there's something, maybe your email's not necessarily working as you would expect, or you don't quite understand, or maybe you're using the Gmail app, for example, maybe, go ahead and reach out to us either on Facebook Messenger or via email. And that way, you're reaching out directly to our support team. They are incredible, they are helpful, and they are here to make sure that your questions and the answers or your questions are answered. So I want to make sure that you utilize this and then be patient with them because they're real people and we're a fairly small team, but we are here to help you. So we want to make sure that you know that you're not chatting with a chat bot or anything like that. We're real people and we're here to help. Our support team they're some of the best people around, and they really, really want to see you succeed and make sure that you have success with Amy. So when you #sell with Amy. So I wanted to point you out to this. Additionally, we provided the email at support.amy.co, and then there's all these other things. But we want to make sure that if you need help, if something doesn't seem intuitive, or if something seems less seamless than would be ideal, please feel free to reach out to our support team. If you have questions, dig through our help portal. You can also type in the search in our community. You can search for other posts and articles and live videos there. So I want to make sure to point you to those resources. Additionally, if you are enjoying your experience, with the Amy app, we would love to hear that. By providing either an App Store review or a Play Store review, because I forget to point that out. So if you're having a great experience, we'd love to hear it via the App Store or the Play Store. So thanks so much for spending some time Thanks so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have an incredible day, and I look forward to reading the comments back. I'll be sure to include some help articles below in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Thursday Live next week. All right, thanks, friends. We'll see you later. Bye. Thank you, YouTube friends. I will see you in the very near future. Bye, guys.